Pretty good timing, huh? Hey, cheers. All right, friends. I actually have to get ready today. Never mind my pile of workout clothes there. So let's talk while I get ready. What do you say? By the way, I already put on my vitamin C serum, and today and tomorrow is the last day to score it for free. So I'm gonna put some little plugs in as we go, but that is not what I wanna talk about today, okay? Here's what I've noticed. And I've chatted with several women, and they vary in all ages. All ages. So hey ladies, this is for you. Men, you can listen if you want to. It will pertain to you, maybe some, but definitely ladies, know what I mean? So a lot of women I talk to, some women I just observe in conversation, okay? Here's what I have come down to. Welcome to my TED Talk. Did you know that the most successful TED Talks are under 18 minutes? So since I have to get ready, and I'm really convinced I can do this in under 18 minutes because, well, it depends how focused I stay, actually. So when it comes to women, a couple things. First and foremost, they think that eating less is going to produce weight loss. They all have a, what am I trying to say? An ideal image in their brain, okay? By the way, it's facial all day. Skin tint, but it is literally a skin treatment all day. It feels fabulous. You will love it. Let's talk. Okay, that's coat one. Skincare done. This is my base. And what they think is, ping pong. Can y'all check? Can you catch up? Can you stay on track? They think that eating less is gonna create that ideal body image that they're looking for. Now, if I were to guess, my guess is they are remembering their high school self, their college self. It kind of just depends when they felt their most confident. But what's interesting about when we feel most confident is we're not even concerned with it. We're not even concerned with it. So there's a couple different things that we really have to tune into. One is that when you are so focused on something and you want it so badly, you have to make sure you're framing it right. What do I mean by that? Well, ladies, if you look in the mirror and you are beating yourself up because of something, maybe one part of your body isn't how you want it. Maybe you are obsessed with a number on a scale and where it's been. Maybe you just need to pay attention to your poor self-talk. Poor self-talk. And focus what is constantly going through your brain, okay? So these sweet women, and I'm not even talking about one case. I literally have just been paying attention. And by the way, depending on when you're watching this, these are either available or not. So I chatted about these yesterday, but they're over 50% sold out. If I can open them, I'll show you. I'm about to put them on my face. And they're literally all I wear is the skin tint and these beautiful bronzing beads year round. And I forgot to tell you yesterday that I literally have had my last for over a year. So it's like lasts forever and a day. So around these women, I find that they don't feel like they can eat. They don't feel like they can eat what they want. It's almost like the food noise is yelling at them so much that they can't even really enjoy anything. And they beat themselves up over certain things. So let me give you like a specific example because that way it doesn't get too crazy confusing. Whoop! Had to put my Amish towel away. So we're just gonna do some root to tip serum because mama has a couple tinsels happening. Do you guys know what tinsels are? The little streams that are coming through post 40, almost 41. So when they sit there and tell themselves that I can't have this, I can't have that, I can't have this, I can't have that, they're focused on what they can't have instead of focusing on what they should have and how they can enjoy the should. You know what I mean? Because if you have been around me at all, ever, I will always tell you to first and foremost, treat yourself with love and respect. Why? Because you are a complete treasure. You are a masterpiece. Whether you are completely thrilled and enthralled with how you look on your exterior at this time or not, there is a God in heaven who created you, who wired you, who thinks you are truly the bee's knees. And yeah, of course, he wants you to take care of your temple, okay? Don't hear what I'm not saying. But he doesn't want you to obsess over your temple. He doesn't want you to deprive your temple. He wants you to recognize where your downfalls are. And if you're under eating because of a poor body image, that doesn't please him. And if you're overeating because you're trying to fill a void, that doesn't please him. And if you're trying to obsess over a certain image that you have in your head, that doesn't please him. And so how can you take care of your temple without obsessing and or beating yourself down? So this wasn't supposed to turn into a sermon, but what I've noticed is that women all the time are like, I can't have that. If I look at that, it'll make me fat. I can't have that. I can't even imagine the words that they're speaking and what it's doing on a chemical level in their body. You know, have you ever heard of, I'm sure you have, there was like I don't know if he was a scientist, but he basically did this study about speaking over water. And to one cup of water, he spoke love. He spoke, thoughts that were good. And then over the other, he spoke poor, just talk and tearing down. And then he viewed it under a microscope. And it was like the one that he spoke love over, friends, the one that he spoke love over was beautiful. It was beautiful. But the one that he spoke death over, it was just like, it was dying, but it was water. And so I just want to challenge our mindsets, okay? I was speaking with a gal and listen, she is as cute as can be. Like, can't nobody tell me different. But like motherhood is hard. Like you've pumped out a couple babies. Like you remember being your energetic, active, tight little self. And maybe you don't feel that right now. And here's the thing. I do workouts and first of all, I do it for me. So if you're watching and you enjoying, well, then we're both getting blessed, okay? But here's why I don't do it. I do not do it for anybody on the other side to do any sort of comparison. Now, inspiration, yes. Why? Because friends, you gotta realize I'm on my own journey, okay? I have been mostly fit my whole life, but honestly, I had quite a few years off and I wasn't feeling my best. And so I did something about it, okay? That is what we have to get to. We have to stop looking to the right and to the left. This hair's driving me crazy, so let's put it up till I'm done here. We have to stop looking to the right and to the left and start looking inside. See, inside, I knew my body wasn't feeling like it could. My clothes weren't fitting like they should. And I wasn't interested in buying a whole new wardrobe. I'd already done that. And so, again, it's an internal reflection. And then you get to look at your point A and do it in a healthy manner. A healthy manner that says, I'm gonna love me on this journey and I'm gonna take note of what is going on in my body and how I feel better, okay? How I feel better and how I'm responding. Because if you can't do it with love, you're not in the right space. You're not in the right space, all right? So when you see things, choose to be inspired, not jealous, or tearing yourself down. Okay? You can look at other people, and I always say this, I am really, really good at being like, this is what I'm good at, and that's what I'm not. And I don't focus on what I'm not good at, okay? Everybody has different strengths and talents. Everybody has different things that they're good at. And so these sweet women who are depriving themselves of what to eat are, first of all, they're not doing themselves any favor. I was shocked to find that when I started eating more, I lost weight. Now, I didn't really necessarily have weight to lose. So if you know me in person, don't get all cranky. That wasn't the goal. The goal was actually to tone and to build muscle. But in that, I was able to shed probably not only some fat loss, but just redistribute in my body. Okay? So, final words of my TED Talk. I want you, women, this is for you. I want you to be so in tune with what you're saying about yourself. What are you saying about yourself? When you look in the mirror, can you tell yourself, you know what? I like her. I like her. Now, I want her to feel more energy. I want her to prioritize cleaner food and maybe even, some protein so we can build some muscle. I want her to gain portion control, right? Because you probably fall in one of two categories. You're either under eating because you think it's going to serve you and you'll lose weight because of it, or you're overeating, again, to probably fill a void. Now, what I have found though, and here's the trend I'm noticing, is that women undereat until they're so famished that they then stuff their face. Well, guys, when you're so hungry, gals, when you're so hungry, you literally are gonna go for anything that is right in front of your face and convenient. Now, another thing I try to do on my platforms is I try to show you yummy treats that don't have to be awful for you. So for example, do you want to know what? It's in the freezer right now. I have to go test it out. But I made a Reese's protein packed with a protein chocolate on top. And I'm gonna crack that sucker. It's right there in the freezer. It is hardening so that I can go out and do a little taste test. But here's my point. We've got protein in there. We have got, the filling, not only for your body, but you will be satisfied. Because if you tell yourself, I can't have that, I can't have that, I can't have that, then guess what? You're constantly going to be thinking about what you can't have. So that's why I try to offer substitutes where they're yummy, you love them, but they don't hinder and tear down your body. You know what I mean? In conclusion, pay attention to what you're saying over yourself. Even if you're not speaking it, what are you thinking? What are you speaking? What are you thinking? What are you speaking? What are you thinking? What are you speaking? Come at it from a place of, I don't need to be something or someone. I need to be the best version of myself. I deserve to have great energy. I deserve to feel less pain and inflammation in my body. I deserve to actually love how my clothes fit. You're worthy of that. You're worthy of that. But see, you can tear down yourself in the mirror and be like, I wish you wouldn't have put on that 5 pounds. Look at you. Or you can be like, I'm a little snug. I think I'm going to go walk some hills today. Because movement is always a good choice. Getting your body moving is always a good choice. If you don't have energy, go move. Because what is at rest will find itself still resting. What is in motion will find itself still moving. That doesn't mean you can't have rest. This could go on for hours. How long has this been? Has it been under 18 minutes? Okay, friends, that was so simple. We did skincare super fast. We did the bronzing beads, which are almost sold out if you want them. We did the skin tint because if you want to feel luxury, go ahead and get it. And then we just did some mascara, a little bit of brows. We're good to go. I've got an appointment pretty much all afternoon. I'm going to go try that little yumminess. And by the way, guess what? No, I'm going to stop. I got to save some nuggets for another time. Y'all listen, you have an incredible Tuesday. I'll be in my car 8 a.m. tomorrow because it's Wednesday.